Oh, baby, I don't know how I can contain myself after that epic 4v4 battle, but we gotta bring a double header for this special Wednesday whacked out day. Here we have ourselves a little bit of a 1v1 to tie us over after that 4v4. It is up in the upper right hand corner, and breakfast is back, baby. Hashbrowns is here for another great game here. Let's speed the beginning up of this game here. In the bottom left-hand corner, we do have a Harbinger. Harbinger is the name of the blue Zerg player. Hashbrowns versus Harbinger. Hashbrowns playing his standard race. Oh, sorry, off race again. Hashbrowns is playing the off race of his Terrans here. So this should be a fairly interesting game, as his first one was epic against Kitty. So I gotta see what this baby brings out of Hashbrowns as a Terran player. Hashbrowns is typically a Protoss player, in case you haven't been paying attention to his games. Here we go. Zerg versus Terran, one of my favorite matchups. We do have Harbinger bringing the drone up here. This drone's going to go back and forth here. Is going to scout out what he sees. Really didn't get a whole lot of intel. We'll see if he does anything funny with that drone here. He does basically sees himself a barracks and a supply depot and plants himself on the ramp, making fun by pointing his arse that direction here. Hashbrowns might get pissed off. Pisses him off here. Does start to chase him down here with that intimidation. There goes Harbinger. They're going to run away there. Here it comes Harbinger's Overlord. Does have an Overlord going over here, so getting vision out of his Overlords. Harbinger is no rookie, as he is getting some good map vision out of his Overlords. That's what they're there for, other than food. All right. We do have the spawning pool up. Harbinger is not looking to make any sort of rush on this map here. We are getting the early command center out of Hashbrowns. He's getting the single gas down here. So maybe trying a brand new build, getting that nice early command center. I love it. Does get 3 onto the gas so far here. Not pumping on any Marines yet. Do get the early hatch out of Harbinger as well. Love to see the macro work, boys. Down here, we do get the Overlord over here. Overlord will sit over top of that natural, I would have to imagine, to make sure he knows the timing of the expansion. Down here at the other end, we really didn't get any scouting out of Hashbrowns, did we? No, we did not. So Hashbrowns probably can't see anything unless I missed something. No, Hashbrowns has a very black and lonely map. So no idea where his opponent is at this point in time. Does get down the Marine and elects to put a bunker right at the front entrance there. Tries to build something, then cancels it right away. Looks like it more than like it was a supply depot. And plants his barracks way over here. Is going to put this here. If you're looking to expand, son, put your bunker down here. But fair enough, Hashbrowns, we're going to let you have a buy on this one as well, as you're probably still learning. Here we go. Harbinger's going to plant a dog right in the expansion so we can bring the Overlord up here and scout what he sees. He will see the command center, so he does know what is going on now. What does he have up here? That is the Overlord. That's another dog scouting around the map, making sure he didn't miss any sort of secret expos. Does bring his Marine up here. Marine's going to chase down the Overlord, shoot him down, take him a couple minutes to do that, but he will do so. Idle SCVs, and I've always said this, when you work for Hashbrowns, vacays are plentiful. He gets to stand around right there. Now the other end here, let's see what Harbinger's bringing to us. Does have the spine crawler out, is going into a Roach build, running off the single gas, so everything seems pretty kosher so far. One gas on Roach is quite fine to start the game. Is bringing the Queen up here. This Queen is doing double duty. Larva injecting down here. No, he's not. Sorry, it was just doing a little wander. Is getting some burrow technology. I do like it. Harbinger. Up here, we are getting down a factory. We are building. He is double SCVing this baby to the mineral lines. I would imagine this is going to fly out pretty soon to get into the expo. Oh, wow, Hashbrowns. I love watching you when you play Terran. This should fly out pretty soon, or maybe he's just going to use it to double up until he can completely saturate this initial mineral field here. Here we go with some dogs running across the field here. Let's take a look. He did get the Zergling's speed there, so the movement speed is increased. They are moving fairly quick. Here we go. He is mutating this. There we go. The layer tech is now down for a Harbinger. Very well done. If we take a look up here, he is going to get a... Is that just his second barracks? Yes, just his second barracks. Still has the command center ready to expand. Dog's still sitting there waiting for it. Oh, wow. This could be very, very interesting, as it is 2 base versus 1 so far. But the funny thing is, Hashbrowns has already invested into the second one. He's just not using it other than to get out extra SCVs, which I guess is 0.5. We'll call him 1 base and a half. Here we go. Harbinger still looking back and forth here. Knows the expansion hasn't moved, but is well aware that that command center is sitting there. Do have an idle Marauder standing there. Marauder actually can't fit in there, sorry, but Marauder's going to stand right there. Factory's not doing a heck of a lot. Wouldn't mind seeing some more Widow Mines. We do know Hashbrowns likes Widow Mines, but hasn't built any. Maybe he has grown out of that fad. Here we go. The command center is going to land there. Zerg just out of place to block it. We'll see whether or not he sees it, moves into position to delay this expansion. No, it is going to get down there. And he burrows and then elects to start attacking that command center. Looking down here, he is burrowing that one. Very well done. That is exactly what you do to delay expansion. So he's going to sit on that one for a bit. Is bringing these dogs back to base there. Is going to send down a few units to clean up this one dog that's standing down here. Up here, we do have him getting going here with the saturation on the second. But I have to imagine these are all... Oh, we are getting some roaches out. Sorry, not drones, so it's not going too drone heavy here. Does have the rally point for the workers and the rally point for the units pointed at the minerals. Maybe a bit of a misclick there. Is going to move out here. Does have 5 roaches. And how many dogs do we have here? 6 dogs. We pull up the units tab here. Altogether, it's got 6 roaches and 7 dogs on the entire field. To the 5 Marines and 2 Marauders of Hashbrowns. Here we go, getting his command center turned into an orbital command. Very well done here. Does have another barracks, does have the engineering bay. No upgrades on the engineering bay, and no upgrades for his Marine Marauder build so far. Hashbrown's got to get working on those upgrades here, as they will be very handy, and you pretty much need the combat shield and stim pack if you are ever going Marine Marauder, and concussive shells, of course, too, are very, very helpful. We do have a fairly massive army at the bottom. This is not going to look good at all. I'm getting really worried this isn't going to work. That barracks at the top of the ramp is really the only thing that might save this, but we are going to probably get a kill in the expansion unless he chooses to lift it off here. There are no air attacking units. Come on, Hashbrowns, lift with me, baby! Woo! Attaboy, Hashbrowns gets that command center lifted off and is jetpacking out of there. Here we go. He's got the SCV that is to do the repairs hidden inside there. That SCV is the safest SCV on this planet right now. That's exactly what he needs right there. Does get the Widow Mine down there. Very, very smart. He is going to burrow all his units right here. Very, very smart, as we do not have any vision other than the orbital command. Now, if he scans down here, this could be get a couple good shots off here. Let's see. He's going to choose not to land there. Let's see whether or not he... Oh! Now he actually sees the burrow. Here we go now. We'll see whether or not he figures out that it's still burrowed though and does get a scan off. I'm just going to see how long it takes him. He has clicked twice now. We need it. There we go. No, he's got him here. He's going to catch him with maybe a few kills here. Let's see if he did get any. He gets 2 kills out of it here. So we'll be able to land it, but there's too many units down there. Might not be the best of choices. He does have that siege tank for a little bit of protection. Is going to back out of there. Gets, yeah, you got 2 or 3 siege tanks down here, and then you might be able to land that and get some good shots off. But then again, the one bottom side of that command center might not be protected at all. Up here, we do have a bunch of supply depots here right on the edge there, so you can see anything flying around there. Is going to get all that out here. Let's see what he's got for Widow Mine count. Only 1 Widow Mine, so really has weaned off of his super Widow Mine gameplay. This unit down here for Harbinger is going to hover around. He does realize he does have Hashbrowns contained to 1 base, so he knows what's going on. Is going to bury the 1 dog there. Very, very smart. 1 unit to delay that again. Still has his dog delaying this one up here and the one over here. So, just got the Overlord here. So really, really hard for Hashbrowns to even get an expansion going right now. So if he is going to get 1 base, especially against 3 hatcheries, this could be deadly. He's going to go try this other one here. The Overlord will scout it, and I imagine a dog will go down there and bury itself. I would have to imagine. So is getting a fairly hefty roach count out there. 15 roaches on the field so far. Wowzer, is really looking pretty devastating, but with those siege tanks, when Terran turtles up, it doesn't matter how many units you bring in there, it's tough to break down that front door unless you're going air. He is going to get another Widow Mine here, so does have a second Widow Mine on the field here. Over at the other end here, we do have the layer technology. Have we done anything with it yet? We have gone with the Hydralist, so we are going to go a Hydra Roach, very effective. Do have the double Evo as well, very well done here. If we take a look here, and we... Oh, sorry, when they're all buried, we cannot see that. Let's find one that's not buried. We do have 1 armor and the 1 melee, nothing for range so far. I did see another one going here. Is getting the first one for range for the attack. Very well done. Hashbrowns does manage to get down here. Is going to mule up. This is what Terran could do very well to get back in the game. Is mass up them mules so you can get that mineral count flying 90 miles an hour here. Really getting worried with the army count that Harbinger has, but it's really going to be tough for him to break through that front door here of Hashbrowns. And especially if he gets a few more Widow Mines up there, or even plants the Widow Mines down in this expansion without being seen, they could do a lot of damage when Harbinger brings the army up. Harbinger's checking again, making sure there is no expansion here. Can't imagine how he missed this one with the Overlord there. Let me take a look here. No, he does know it's up there. He's just choosing not to attack it at this point in time. Might be a good idea, Harbinger. You know you got him secluded here, so he really does know that Hashbrowns can't do anything other than chase him down here. Without that siege power, really nothing Hashbrowns can do to defend that. Oh, Hashbrown did manage to get the 3 mines down there. This isn't good at all here. Let's see here. Did Harbinger can see it, or did see it, sorry. But there's not a whole heck of a lot he could do to it, because when they move in, he was going to lose a fair bit. But if you bring the roaches in, you won't lose a ton. We'll see what he chooses to do to here. He could really run around here and hover up here. Does go in with the 1 dog. That would probably be his best choice, is bringing 1 dog at a time. And then bring the Overseer in and massacre the rest of them here. There's the 2nd dog. Got to do it pretty quick before they realign themselves for another attack. There he goes. They unburrow. They're going to massacre through these 3 little mines. Kind of sucks for Hashbrowns. Hashbrowns is trying to come down here. Not sure this is the best idea. Planting turrets down here to start. I love watching Hashbrowns play with terror here. Not sure why he's dropping turrets down here, to be honest with you. Maybe just to have that vision, I would have to imagine. Is finally going to head up here and massacre the 3rd, or sorry, the expansion here. I keep thinking it's the 3rd, but it's not. Needs to get the Hydras. There's the Hydras in there. They might be able to burn this down. Should be fairly close here. No, they're not going to elect to kill it here, as they do know there could have been siege up here ready to fire away. So they do leave it alone here. Here comes some more SCVs. Tries to chase him down here. Isn't going to do so. Is bringing across a massive amount of dogs here, as there is a blue streak going across this field here. They're going to head all the way up here. We'll speed this up here, because I don't think anybody intends on moving for a little while. Still on 1 basis, Hashbrowns. This is not good. He's got to be falling behind. Let's take a look at what he's got for mineral count. Wow. Minerals are almost toast. Hashbrowns got to find a time to move out here. Hashbrowns really could have elected to go to air, because unless he can get the good siege tank shots off, might not be good. Siege tanks are firing away, getting very good shots, surprisingly. There's the Marines, the Marauders stimming up there. They're going to try and massacre through this army. Siege tanks are getting shots off here. This is really running close. Might be able to get rid of the rest of these dogs here. Does manage to clean up everything at the bottom here, did Hashbrowns. Very well done. 95 to 68. In advantage for Harbinger here. Still has all the roaches sitting down here. But like I say, Hashbrowns being turtled right up here and carrying a bank account like a boss. He is the man. Like I said, if I ever needed anybody to hold my money, Hashbrowns would be the man, because he knows how to hold that money very well. There he goes, trying to expand again. But now we have so many roaches down there, and Hashbrowns knows they're there. Might not be the best idea to expand here. Harbinger really needs to bring some mutas in or something like that there, knowing that he's massacred through most of the Marines there. But he's going to elect to keep going ground. He's going to have a lot of troubles getting up this ramp, because the second he gets up here, he's going to start getting massacred by this Widow Mine, which is going to burrow, I'm sure, and all these siege tanks. Now Hashbrowns manages to get the expansion up. All these roaches are sitting at the bottom here. I would have to imagine they're going to move in here and do this pretty soon. But if he gets sieged up down here, which is what he's doing, very smart Hashbrowns, and the Widow Mine, he might actually be able to move his army forward. Very well done. Wouldn't mind seeing him bringing down the rest of the siege fire now, but might elect to keep him up top just so he does have that high ground advantage still. He is going to get this all mined up here. Harbinger, on the other hand, isn't really macroing up that heavy. Has had these bases for a while. Only has 8, 2, and 15, which of course he doesn't need that many there now, as the main is almost mined out. Do have a bunch of dogs and everybody else going around the map. Thinks he has them secluded, but maybe doesn't realize he's landed here now. Does look like Hashbrowns has flown off with another one here. Excuse me. Wow, Hashbrowns is going to move out with that 3rd base here. Does have a mass amount of SCVs. 39 SCVs. Gets the scan off here. Sieges are firing away. Has managed to chase Harbinger out of there here. Harbinger has ran off here. Hashbrowns is trying to get his 3rd out here. Harbinger really doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to handle this siege fire, which isn't very good at all here. Hashbrowns is going to get this base moved all the way around here. Is going to head up towards the 3rd here. Try and get that landed down there and try and macro up that as well. Of course, won't be able to get to an SCV transfer at all. Whoa, very curious now. He's got the burrow going down. No detection down here. Might pop right up in the middle line, which could be disaster. There's 32 SCVs there for killing. Here he goes. He's sneaking right in the middle line. Nothing seen by Hashbrowns so far. Does need to get a scan to get some siege. Oh, he does come out of the ground, and they're trying to get as many kills as they can. Siege fires hitting the tail end of the guys in front here. Runs most of them off there. Wowzer, if we take a look at the count here, do have 20 kills so far. Wowzer, 20 SCV kills altogether this game for Harbinger. Hashbrowns have found himself the furthest expansion he can. Almost does get expanded down here, which is what he needs to do. Realizing that he is turtled up here, so there's nothing that Harbinger is going to do to try to even get in there. There's too much of an army. There's Hashbrowns sieging up there. Oh, there they unfurled there. They're going to get buried. Needs a scan. Scan, Hashbrowns. There you go. Beautiful scan. They're going to take care of the rest of these roaches here. Hopefully, before they get out of here, it's going to be very, very close. Not quite. They do end up escaping. SCVs are hightailing them after, too. Wowzer. Harbinger just hasn't found a way to break through this yet. Let's see if he's teching up anything else. No, does have the infestation pit up, though. So he is possibly looking to put some infestors on the field here, or maybe he's getting that so he can get some hive and get some ultralists on that field here. Harbinger's going to stand here for a little while here. We'll speed this up a little bit. Oh, I was kind of curious. It did look like he was going to move in. Is going to move in. Dogs going into siege fire is the worst decision those dogs can make. Poor little poodles all getting down there by all this siege fire. Not very good. 122 to 97. Hashbrowns has tightened up that food count so far. Here we go. Harbinger still has randomly burrowed units. Really hasn't advanced into anything. Has controlled this game. Really could have advanced into whatever he wants. Just doesn't really have... Well, he does, but doesn't really have the amount of gas he could have by this point. Could have went into a mass muta and probably massacred this game. But Harbinger, I'm getting worried about you, son. You keep going roach, hydra, and feeding Hashbrowns. Hashbrowns, in the meantime, has done himself a very good job just to get these expansions out, as he was secluded for the longest time. But as realistically, almost, I'd have to say, come out ahead. He's definitely come out ahead in the engagements. Has gotten his medevacs out here. Very well done by Hashbrowns. Is starting to allot a very good army, which could be deadly going towards Harbinger. Harbinger is massing everybody up in the middle here, maybe trying to decide what he needs to do. Realistically, needs to go wander around, look for some expansions. There's just too many sieges at the front door, and unless you got some infestors in there to bring in there and fungal them, there's not going to be a whole heck of a lot he's going to do. Is electing to bring a lot more dogs in here. Don't think that's the best choice. He has a very heavy dog count at 42 dogs and only 12 hydras, but 20 roaches. He might possibly be able to move in and mass attack this. I'm not sure. It would be close. But let's see what he determines he's going to do here. As burrowed and unburrowed and burrowed again here. Hashbrowns is getting this base going. Obviously, can't run the SCV transfer. Not that he really needs to, because he's lost all his SCVs up here. So only has 21 mining off of that base. And Harbinger, not entirely sure what he's deciding to do. He's probably racking that brain right now. We're going to speed this up here to see if he determines to do anything other than sit around here and move around. Burrowed. Does get a scan there. Hashbrowns keeping an eye on where he is on the map here. Runs out of that burrowed position there. Very smart move by him there. Sits in the middle of the map with his army. Moves back and forth. And what the frick? Apparently Harbinger has left this game. Maybe he has just lost interest, or maybe had no idea what he wanted to do and was tired of showing off those golden skills. Very well done by Harbinger. Do appreciate everybody for watching there. I leave you with these parting words. If you don't know what to do, just leave. Thanks for watching. You be good. Don't hurt nobody. Peace.